Good day, Captain.
Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice that you tried to slip away without paying your check?
I was just going out for some fresh air. I even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon. We don't shoot guests over a misunderstanding. Sir, please return to your table. It's bad practice to leave our establishment without paying your bill first. If you need some fresh air, pay up, go outside, and come back in and start a new check when you're ready.
I'm sorry, but I didn't think it would be a problem.
You were wrong. Dead wrong.
That's enough. I think the gentleman understands. Now let's all go back inside, shall we? And Stalker, you and I are going to talk about this later.
I can't wait.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. The marshal's report didn't mention you had hearing problems. Are you, or are you not, the new deputy? My problem is that I don't want to be saddled with a rookie deputy. That is who you are, right? We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Because I've trained new recruits before, and it's not an experience I want to repeat. Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. She won't be staying long, so I don't have time to brief you. You'll find out everything you need to know when you meet with her. I'm at a critical point in my investigation, and frankly, your presence here is an unwelcome complication. Now let's just get this over with. Follow me.
Alone.
Yeah, well, things changed. Take a seat.
So you're working with Autumn, huh?
Come on, sit.
Who are you?
A woman who's growing increasingly impatient, that's who.
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. Because it might get a little awkward if my sister here had to arrest me. If you think this gives you some kind of leverage, you're wrong. Sure, he might slow me down for a while, but a little competition won't break me. That's exactly what this meeting is about. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
She's the owner and manager here. Inherited the place when her husband was killed. May's the key to this whole thing, but I don't know her. Maybe try to get on her good side? My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. The Red Mile is incredibly dangerous. I just don't want to see you take a risk like that. Someone who volunteers to run the Red Mile, a deadly stretch of terrain just outside the cantina. It's infested with hostile creatures, and few people survive. The ones that do earn a reputation. All right, it's your call to make. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die, will you?
You're really going to take on the mile, huh?
The mile is dangerous. Make sure you're prepared.
Is something bothering you, Saki?
Well, there's something that's been troubling me.
Let's hear it, dear.
It's these eclectic mercenaries. They keep demanding free drinks. And when I refuse, they threaten me. This is a lot more stress than I was expecting to deal with.
Well, that is simply unacceptable. They can be brutes, no question about it. It's partially why I hired them. I was hoping they'd curtail their aggression when it came to our staff, but perhaps not. If it happens again, tell them that on my authority, they're required to pay like everyone else. I give them enough money as it is. If they disagree, they can take it up with me personally.
If you're sure, just
I think they will. Capitulating to a bully only encourages them. If you want to get their attention and earn their respect, a show of strength is required. May fortune smile on you today. Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Oh? Let's rectify that then, shall we? You will not find a more exciting blood sport in all the settled systems. The Red Mile is an exciting and deadly race to the finish for the galaxy's bravest champions. Those that manage to complete the course win fame and fortune. Those that don't are never heard from again. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. A rather open-ended question, but I'll do my best. Red Mile was once a notorious haven for the criminal underworld. Thieves, shipjackers, mercenaries, and smugglers would come here to do business, get drunk, and gamble. I cleaned the place up when I took over. I made it, if not quite a family destination, at least a safer one. Red Mile still offers a unique, exciting experience, but our clientele has improved considerably, and we offer a wider range of services. I was fortunate to be born into a wealthy family. I used those resources to build an extensive network of contacts across the settled systems. Suffice it to say, I had to call in more than a few favors, but with patience and perseverance, I was able to realize my vision. And now, at last, Red Mile is truly a must-see destination for any who wish to experience it for themselves. Because I see the potential for Red Mile to become one of the most unique and popular travel destinations in the settled systems. Because I want to leave a legacy and be remembered for creating something as unique as it is lucrative. Or perhaps it's because, like so many runners who come here to test themselves, I really should challenge. I suppose there's no single reason. Let's just say that I feel it's my calling. Well, it's quite simple, really. Once you register with me, we'll have a little pomp and circumstance before sending you on your way out the big red door. Then it's a race to the buzzer at the other end of the course. You'll deal with obstacles and deadly creatures alike, while people up here place bets on how far you'll get. Make it back alive, and you'll stand to win riches and the admiration of your fans. I'm sure you can figure out what happens if you fail. Just a little introduction we do to get the fans all worked up. The Red Mile is a spectator sport, after all. Most people don't complete the course, so this is a way to give those unfortunate souls a proper send-off while they can still appreciate it. You're too precious! Yes, of course they bet on our runners' lives. We're outside of the colonies and Freestars for a reason. Betting is a huge part of the Red Mile's appeal. How better to make the most exciting sport in the universe more exciting? Repeat runners draw bigger bets. You should ask Donovan how much bets on him were worth before he was forced to retire. Of course. And if you're thinking of running, just let me know. I'll be glad to sign you up. That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly? It's no small favor that you're asking. But yes, I can arrange such a meeting. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? A simple journey through a wilderness occupied by creatures that some call dangerous. Oh, I'm afraid this is the only thing that I want from you. At least for now. I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from our patrons who will place wagers on your survival. I'm afraid not. But I'm sure your confidence will inspire our patrons to place substantial wagers on your survival. That's what every runner says. Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin? Please do. Unprepared runners tend not to last very long on the mile.
Listen, friend, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm trying to relax and you people won't give me a moment's peace. I tell you what, if you want a conversation with me, it'll cost you. Bring me a runner's rush from the bar, and then we can talk. Deal?
Don't want to be too hush about it, but at some point, enough's got to...
Off you go, then.
Yes, I can see how that would put you in a difficult position. Were it any other patron, I'd insist on firmer measures. Mr. Reese, however, is a special guest. If you feel you cannot endure the stand is coming further, come and see me. I'll take care of it.
I'll do that.
I know it probably chafes at your sense of fairness, but the reality is that sometimes famous people get special treatment. That's just the way it is.
Yes, ma'am. We certainly get a lot of interesting people in this place. Aside from the restaurant and hotel services, we offer full-service starship maintenance and refueling. Just speak to our starport master, Lon Anderson. And don't mind him. He may be a lazy old fart, but when push comes to shove, he gets the job done. Oh, I saw this guy get full-on eaten by one of the larger creatures we had out there one time. Just swallowed him up whole in one gulp. Clearly he was a goner. Not 5 minutes later, after the bets were called and everyone was settling up, the guy bursts out of the thing's stomach and goes on to finish the course. You can imagine that was an interesting night. Just don't imagine what that guy smelled like after. Cool. What will you be having? I'll be here if you need anything.
Is something bothering you, Saki?
Well, there's something that's...
Let's hear it, dear.
If you're considering London free drinks, and I refuse their usual. Less stress than I was expecting.
Well, that is simply unacceptable. They can be brutes, no question about it. It's partially why I hired them. I was hoping they'd curtail their aggression when it came to our staff, but perhaps not. If it happens again, tell them that on my authority, they're required to pay like everyone else. give them enough money as it is. If they disagree, they can take it up with me personally.
If you're sure. Just hopeless.
I think they will. Capitulating to a bully only encourages them. If you want to get their attention and earn their respect, a show of strength is required. All are welcome at the Red Mile. We don't ask too many questions.
You want a drink? Maybe a room?
I keep thinking I should run the course someday, but I have to see some of the tests firsthand. Maybe not.
Ah, you again. Please tell me you've got a nice frosty runner's rush from the bar. My cup runneth empty. Ah, most kind. So, what brings you by? Afraid I'm right out of autographed pictures. Well, you really haven't been around much, have you? I'm Donovan Reese. Aye, the Donovan Reese. As in the gent that survived 28 Red Mile runs, including the third fastest on record. Impressive. That's an understatement. We're talking a game of death and dismemberment. Most people don't survive one, let alone as many as I have. You can count on one hand the number of runners ever to pull that off, and only half of them are still alive. It's rare company you're in, to say the least. Nah, just relish your challenge. I'd still be out there today if my knees and my back won't shot to hell. Besides, I'm retired these days. I think I've earned the chance to enjoy the fruits of my labors. Being famous has its benefits, after all. Don't go breaking my record for one. Other than that, don't hesitate. Ever. You hesitate, you spend too much time thinking things through. Well, that's how you get yourself killed out there. I always say the best way to run the course is on pure instinct. You let that take over and drive you, the chances are you'll win. Unless you already know your instincts are shite, in which case, don't run the course at all. Ha ha. Did she now? Aye, of course she did. House gets a cut. She'd love to have someone like me back in there. Biggest bet on me was well over 10 million credits. I think May used the money to renovate the canteen and still had plenty left over, just on house cuts alone. Aye, righto.
I can't believe Donovan Reese is actually here in this bar. That guy is a legend.
Very well. Follow me.